Lace in Raleigh, North Carolina, and I'm going to make a new video today. I haven't made one in a long time. I have a lot of things to show you and some news, okay? I think I'll do the news at the end. Right now what I want to do is show you a new custom-made drop loop rig that I made for a gentleman who wanted some features that combine the 60s style of the drop loop gun belt rig, but with the holster style of the 1880s, 60s, 50s, all the way back when half of the trigger guard or more was down in the holster. So I had to make a new pattern for him. On top of that, he wanted a wax bullet deflector at the end, like a cowboy fast draw action rig. So all of those features are in this new pattern that I have now put away. And this is my Colt Peacemaker clone made by Uberti, 4 5/8. Here it is. And as you can see, there we go. There is the shape of the top of this holster. It is rawhide reinforced, and his gun will go down with the trigger guard partly covered, still has a fast draw cut on it, and the wax bullet deflector. Did not want any hardware, no conchos buckles on his holster strap. Here's the back of the holster. There are his initials, LC, my stamp, and an American flag. And like all holsters I make, holster strap comes off with a snap. Here's his leg tie, tied up with twist ties courtesy of Harris Teeter Supermarkets, that's local in this area. He's got 24 .45 caliber bullet loops, and there's his brass clip cornered buckle. And this is a Ranger overlap closure, where this part goes underneath and we'll go through the buckle. So I'm going to set that aside and get on to the next thing. Well, let's do something different. Let's go back to the beginning, and we'll tell you some of the news. I am moving down to Florida. Crystal River, Florida, about an hour and a half drive north of Tampa on the Gulf side, and I'll be taking this shop down on around July 1st or 2nd for a planned drive down with a U-Haul truck around July 15. And I will be out of this place, this 2-bedroom apartment that I basically trashed into a shop, and then I will have a new shop in an industrial warehouse park, a big one, with a lot more room. And I'll be with a woman that I should have married back in '88, actually. But in '96, after Hurricane Andrew in '92, I went out to Las Vegas. And then I drove cab out there after I stopped working as a photographer. And I got into this work right around 2007, 2008, or excuse me, I got out here in 2007, and I started doing this in 2006. So what I wanted to show you is what I have in my shop that allows me to make rigs for all of you. And by the way, all of you that are waiting for rigs that I have in my backlog, things are going to move along a lot faster now that I will have help in Florida, where I don't have any domestic or business help here. This is my Ruger single 6 from the 60s. Simple little blade front sight. These were the ones that before the conversion started. There are, you're not going to be able to see this, but this one has recessed cylinders for the 22 longs, shorts, longs, and long rifles. And she all has all 4 clicks on the hammer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, hard to find. Okay, I have a new gun. Okay, which I just got about 6 months ago. Got lucky with the price because the guy was trying to get rid of his big collection of his estate for whatever reason. And this is the 357 Ruger Blackhawk. Not a new model Blackhawk, but an original Blackhawk. Unfortunately, it was sent back for conversion, so it has a transfer bar on it now. But you've got just the one and the last two. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that safety spot is gone from this gun. But these are brothers and sisters, more or less. They look the same, have the same finish on them, and the big front blade sight. And while I'm on this gun, let me pick up the rig I made for it from the floor. Okay. It has an over-the-belt holster, which almost slid off the belt. Okay. And one of the Morgan silver dollar conchos on here. Okay. So this is your basic fast draw rig for the 6.5-inch barreled Ruger original Blackhawk. And this rig has the stabilization type wings on it right here. And this one is, this is a 15, well, between a 10 and a 15 degree cant. More to the 10 than the 15 on the holster. Okay. Ranger overlap. And the buckle is the stainless steel 1.5-inch harness buckle that was on Montgomery Clift's and John Wayne's gun belts in the movie Red River. These are gettable. I have about 5, I think, left in my supply. So if you want this buckle, let me know on a gun belt. All right. So let's set this aside since you've seen it. Okay. Now, let's go through guns. So I'll show you what I have in my shop. This is my old model Vaquero 4 5/8. I use this to make Cowboy Festra action rigs. And the reason I use it is that it swells out when shaping holsters, so that when you drop a Colt Peacemaker in there, or U-Birdie, or Pieta, which comes in imported by Cimarron, then when you put that gun in, this one, see, it fits in here. This is another holster I just picked up with the stabilization wings. This is a right-handed one. Okay. So when you put that gun in here, now it's going to be a little bit looser, nothing terribly bad, okay, and it'll drop out of the holster, okay, when it's bone dry. This is rawhide reinforced. This holster will never be able to collapse, okay. This one does not have a deflector on it, okay. So, and this is going on to a gun belt ordered by a man. There are his initials, M-A-M, if you can read them. I can't see them when I'm looking at my little monitor on the camera. Okay. And in fact, here's his left-handed holster. Same thing, just left-handed. Okay, made with the old model Vaquero, drops right out. This one's got maybe a half a percent of retention, but it'll go away as soon as he starts to wear them and his body heats them up. I've settled on this hammer thong system, and this is Latigo lace, or Kodiak lace, I'm sorry, made out of Latigo. Or Latigo, let's back up on that again. It's Latigo lace, but they call it Kodiak lace. But it's made from heavy duty sides, and they strip it, and it's real strong stuff. So this piece goes, these two pieces come through the hole on the front. There's a turn back knot, and then another one here, and then it drops up over the, goes on over the hammer. And then you get a lot of extra. If you want to trim it off, that's fine. But I start out with long, and same thing here. This is longer than it has to be. And again, star concho on this one. Take the holster apart if you want to clean in the back when it gets all full of dust and dirt. Okay. Other guns that I have that I can make holsters with. Okay. This is my auto ordnance 45. Don't carry this. Way too heavy. Okay. This is my newest carry gun. This is a beauty. Okay. Not cheap, but fantastic. Got 15 rounds of 9mm gold dot in this thing right now. This is a CZ 75D compact. This is the PCR model. Police Czechoslovakian Republic. That's what PCR stands for. Police Czechoslovakian Republic. And this one has a decocker on it, and she is loaded. So there's a round in the chamber. There's 14. There's the 14 there, and one up in here. Fantastic gun. This is my carry holster. Okay. Just took it out. My pants right now, my jeans are in the washing machine. So that's why it's off. Right. So there is that. And what else do I want to show you? Okay. This is a drop loop rig waiting for a holster. Okay. All right. This one man sized himself wrong. Made him this holster. Turned out to be, this whole rig turned out to be too long. Got it back. Okay. And he's going to get his holster back, but the belt was, or he's kept his holster, I'm sorry, and the belt was too long. So I got it back, so I'm in the process of making a holster for this, which is going to go on the floor. And just to show you what's involved in making holsters, let me throw this on the floor to get rid of it. Okay. This is a pattern for a drop loop holster. Okay. This one is straight down. This is an additional piece right here for the rawhide insert. And then this lays flat, goes onto a piece of leather. Let me get it out and show it to you. Okay. Trace this out onto the piece of leather. And then it gets glued. Once it gets cut out and smoothed up, it gets glued to a back, which is the lining. And then eventually I'll be cutting this off, sewing the edges, and folding it up at this point right here, and closing the holster. And I did not get, but I'm going to show it to you, something that I have to get up to reach for. So bear with me for a sec. Or two or three. Okay. And here I come back again. This rawhide. Just like if you've got a dog, and this is what the bones are made out of. But this is a flat, thinner piece. And I cut out what I need, shape it, wet it, and then form it in between the two layers of leather that I just showed you. And right now, if you look carefully, you can see it right there. It is in between these two pieces of leather. There's the shape right there, a little bit of a shadow to show you. And then when this gets cut out, this will get cut off and smoothed up with a Dremel. And this will become a rawhide lined cylinder area for this holster, and it will go on that belt that needs the holster. More guns. Dummy guns, replica guns, guns that I need to make a holster with that I don't own the real firearm. This one is a Ruger Red Hawk, 44 Magnum, long barrel. I think this is like supposed to be 8, but it measures up a little shorter than that. But regardless, man ordered this rig. I bought this gun from Duncan up in Michigan, and this is where these aluminum dummy guns come from. I've got another one from them for the LCR. This one here. Alright. Then, you may or may not have seen these at gun shows, but this is what I've got. This is the Judge Poly with the 2-inch barrel, 2 1/4 inch barrel, whatever. But I've got a Judge 2-inch. I have got, this is a GP 100, and any barrel length I can make the holster for, but this is the 4. This is the L-frame 686. Okay. Fantastic gun, beautiful gun. Okay, and by the way, these are made by Rings Corporation. This is the Glock 26 9x19. Okay. There. This is the car. I think these are both either this is a flat magazine or a non-stock magazine car. Can't remember what the model number is. Wait a minute, I think I can read it. Something P109 or that doesn't seem right. But regardless, if you recognize the gun, you'll know. Something car, little guy. I think that's a 380. And this is the Ruger LC9. Alright. This is a K-frame. This is the 22 or 38. Smith & Wesson. Great little gun. I bought this one to make a rig for a friend of mine who lives up in upstate New York. So if you've got one of these come in lots of different barrel lengths. But this one also can be a 38 as well as a 22. But this is the K-frame. And last but not least, little American North American Arms, little 22 guy. Okay, I have a pattern to make holsters with for this guy, so I can fit it. Okay, but this is the one of the early ones, little guys. They make so many different guns. I can't possibly, and there are no replica guns for everything that North American Arms makes. Okay, so let me show you. What else do I want to show you? Ah, yes. Okay. Slings. I am now bending down to pick up a sling off the floor. I am now making these Thumbhole Slings again. And the reason I'm doing it is that I have a die for my die cutter that makes the part from where my thumb is all the way to the top end. This is getting punched out now on a die cutter. Then what I do is I sew on a 1-inch straight strap and put lots of holes in it, and I'm back to making slings again. I have 6 of them right now as of June 5th, 2017 in stock. But I can make a sling pretty quick right now. And right now, prices may change, but this is from the last gun show I worked here. This Thumbhole Sling is 90 bucks. Okay, and there'll be some postage on it. So if you want one of these for your hunting rifle, your field rifle, these keep your rifle on your shoulder. Okay, if you have 22s or even deer hunting rifles, when you're walking through the woods, Thumbhole Slings are very, very good for keeping the rifle up on your shoulder. So I'm still making these. Now, what else? Just to show you, when you go on, or if you go on, Tandy Leather Factory, okay, which is where I get my stuff. The lace, the Kodiak lace that I talked about earlier, it comes on this reel, and you will see it on their website, tandyleatherfactory.com. This is 5 30-seconds wide by, in this case, 50 feet long of this material. So if you need something strong, this very oily, strong leather lace, this is the product. Okay. Finishing. When you get a rig from me, you will get a leather care insert on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. And for a long time now, and often to the distant future after all the experimentation I've done, I have settled on Johnson's Paste Wax. This is the best stuff. Goes on easy, fills in well, easy to buff out. There it is. There's my little rag in there. And this can is half full, half empty, whatever your way of expressing things is. Half full, and I got a backup can sitting over there ready to go when this one's empty. Dedicate a small piece, this is a small piece of old sock in here, cotton, and then you dedicate a washcloth to buffing it out. Also for buffing it out, okay, is a nail brush. This is what I use to get the excess wax out of the sewing lines. Right? So this is a nail brush. Because this gun belt, which is now pretty much buried, here we go, let's get it back up out again. Okay, this is a suede lined gun belt. So what I did was I got myself a scrub brush, and this is what I use to get stuck on material, bits of thread from the floor or whatever, just to clean up the suede. Here's the sewing lines that are coming through from the back of the connectors. Okay. So that is, I think, about it. I got through this as quick as possible, so this video won't be too terribly long, although right now it's going on 22 minutes. So if you have any questions about anything you want made custom, give me a call. This is my very last surviving Chicken Ranch t-shirt from Las Vegas when I drove cab out there. Okay, just happened to have it on today, so you get to see it. And you can see me in the very first video I made way back when on all of the videos I've got on there. So I don't have to move the camera. Don't need to be on camera. So thanks for watching. I hope I included everything. And that's it. So thanks for watching. Have a great day, and probably next time I make a video I'll be in my new shop down in Florida. Probably the shop will be open about August 5th to 10th, somewhere in there, because everything I have in here is portable, and all my tables, my work tables, will just go right into the new shop. But I'll be expanding. I'll be doing horse tack leather saddle repair, which I can't do now because I have no room to store saddles. But everybody's always asking me if I do saddles, replacing shearling on saddles, but I can't do it now. And I'll be in horse country because Ocala will only be about an hour away. If you're in the horse business, you've heard of Ocala, Florida. So that's it. Bye-bye from Raleigh, North Carolina. Have a great day. Bye-bye.